Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. So, this is another example of a politician who is eliminated from the ballot. That means he can't run to get elected in a country in Europe because his ideas, his views run contrary with Brussels and Washington's ideas and party line. Remember, we're supposed to live in a democracy, free world, China, Russia, India, these guys, Iran, North Korea, Venezuela, these are the bad dudes. We are the good dudes, we are the free countries. So Mr. Dodik was banned from running. He was stripped of his presidency. He is a Bosnian Serb. Nevertheless, I don't know, this guy is a pro-Kremlin. Therefore, he must be wrong in everything he's doing. So we have so far Marine Le Pen in France, eliminated, right? Then we had Alternative für Deutschland in Germany, who's almost banned, and I think in 2 districts or whatever, whatever they have over there, they were already banned. Then we had in Romania, remember, Mr. Călin Georgescu banned. Then we have in Romania again Miss Șoșoacă banned. All these people have something in common. They do not agree with the idea of Brussels or the ideas the Washington DC push forward. Therefore, they ban them. You can't run. That's it. You can't. All legal. You know what is interesting? To understand who is behind this is just looking at this fact. Only the ones on one side of the spectrum get in trouble. And somehow they get in trouble with the law. Somehow they get eliminated or banned by legitimate authorities of those countries. Only those. You don't find, I don't know, a pink-haired, bowless guy, I don't know, in France saying, I want this. No, you only one spectrum, one side. That tells you who's doing it. In America, remember, Donald Trump was about to be banned, but he signed a contract and he was allowed to win. He was selected, and we obviously confirmed his selection through their electronic voting machines. That's how it works in America. So let me show you how this Dodik right here is stripped of his presidency. So this according to New Voice of Ukraine, August 6, 2025. Bosnia's election commission strips Milorad Dodik of presidency. Now, if he did something wrong, it's strange that only these guys are doing something wrong. Like Marine Le Pen, something with embezzlement. But no, Macron himself, no. Trump nowadays, no. Starmer, no. Merkel, no. What's the other baboon's name? I can't remember his name. Now he's Merz. No, these are clean people. You know why? As long as they follow the orders. If they don't follow the orders, they get Călin Georgescu's treatment or Mr. Dodik. Here you have Bosnia and Herzegovina's Central Election Commission, the same in Romania, the same tactic. Now, this is an authorized or legitimate institution. It's not like, some baboons. These guys work. In America, they say they have a systemic racism, which I don't believe. It's not systemic. Show me a law. But anyway, individuals could be on all spectrums, by the way. Oh, only one spectrum? Do you mean those guys? Okay, now. So these guys are doing it legally. Right there, legally. Has voted to strip Milorad Dodik of his mandate as president of Republika Srpska. So this is an authorized, clear, commission. It's not like a baboon commission. And this is systemic attack on one side of the aisle. Supposedly should be made out of more than 2 as in America. The decision was unanimous. Oh my God. He must have fucked up real bad, right? Or They're all paid or bought. These 3 commission members attended the meeting in person, while 4 others gave prior written consent. All 7 CEC members backed the move. Great. The session was held in absentia for some members who submitted their votes in writing. Beautiful, isn't it? In writing. Who wrote those votes? Who wrote those votes for them? CEC member Saud Arnautovic said the decision is not yet final and will take effect only after the appeal period, which could last 1 to 2 months due to administrative procedures. See, everything is legitimate. You know what this is? Is not yet final? This is a warning shot. And they hope that Dodik get it and comes around and says, yes, unzip your pants, I'm ready. That's what they think. Why? Because he thinks that Putin is a good guy. And you can't have that. They tell us we cannot have that. They tell us. And if we have different opinions or different information than the ones that they feed us about those guys, then that's conspiracy right there. It's fake, okay? On February 26, a Bosnian court found the pro-Russian leader. See, this is the crime. Right there. They tell you that. That's all you need to know. You have to hate him because he's pro-Russian. All right, guilty of defying a decision by the High Representative and sentence him to 1 year in prison, as many others. Bosnia's Court of Appeals upheld the earlier ruling sentencing Dodik in 1 year behind the bars. The Republika Srpska leader has said he will ignore the verdict. So he is the leader. Why? I will tell you. I will show you. A map of Europe. So we have the Balkans right here. All right. So Yugoslavia was broken because they didn't like diversity, obviously, but we are supposed to love it because the Serbs could not live with the Bosniaks, the Croats, Slovenians, and so on. They did not like diversity. They broke. The same thing as the Czech Republic and Slovakia. So what do you think America will do? Is made out of many? We'll have the same fate, my friends, to an armed settling scores. You see that. So Serbia. You have Bosnia and Herzegovina. This is divided in 2. Bosnia and Herzegovina, obviously. Bosnia is ruled by one president and Herzegovina is ruled by another president, kind of. They administer the country. But these guys decided that this guy, who is pro-Russian, obviously, must be taken out. He's just a criminal. Right? Bosnian court issued an international arrest warrant for Dodik. Oh, he's going to go to Moscow, I guarantee you that. Accusing him of undermining the constitutional order. Despite an internal arrest order, Dodik crossed into neighboring Serbia in late March and traveled to Moscow to meet Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. You got it? You got it, man? That's it. So that means if Adolf wore, I don't know what color this shirt is, and I'm wearing this kind of shirt, I must be, All right. So this is what it is. Let's see what the Russians say about it. Russia Today, 6th of August. Bosnian Serb leader blasts decision to oust him. Bosnia and Herzegovina's election body, legitimate, has revoked Milorad Dodik mandate after a court ruled he had violated the constitution. I tell you what's going to happen. Right now, Dodik will probably be in exile in Moscow. That's what probably is going to be. Second, Bosnia will get the hint and they will probably promote and will elect a guy who's going to be yes sir to the West, and everything is good. Finally, love and happiness and truth and justice, democracy and freedom is back, and democracy is back in Bosnia-Herzegovina. That's what's going to be. How is it that only these guys get arrested? It's because these guys on the right are prone, and Putin admires, are prone to crime, and the other guys who are pink head and all that, they are the good people that follow the law. The liberals are following the road, but the conservatives are not? Since when? Okay. So what do we have here? Republika Srpska President Milorad Dodik has slammed Bosnia's election commission for revoking his mandate, calling it more crap from Sarajevo. In a post on X on Wednesday, the leader of the Serb-majority autonomous region has signaled that he will defy the ruling and not step down. They will arrest you and put you in jail, and then you're gonna die like Epstein. Suicide. Bosnia's Central Election Commission annulled Dodik's mandate after a Sarajevo court sentenced him to 1 year in prison and banned him from political office for 6 years after alleged anti-constitutional conduct. 6 years, same as I think she was 5 years. What's her name? Marine Le Pen in France. And I'm quoting, "What if I refuse? There's just more crap from Sarajevo." The last, Dodik wrote, "Surrender and giving up to not exist. Surrender is not an option." So, surrender and giving up do not exist. Surrender is not an option. Remember what Napoleon said? Impossible, ce n'est pas français. So, impossible is not French. French language doesn't have impossible, the name, l'impossible. Impossible, ce n'est pas français. Good job, Napoleon. But if you would leave nowadays, you will be banned as well and probably guillotined in the Plaza of Concord. He pledged to remain in office, vowing to continue consciously and responsibly performing his duties and defending the interests of the people while upholding the constitutions of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Republika Srpska. Dodik is accused of blocking constitutional court ruling in Republika Srpska and defying Christian Schmidt, the international envoy for Bosnia and Herzegovina. What do you mean international envoy? So Christian Schmidt is the administrator of Bosnia and Herzegovina. That tells you everything you need to know. Schmidt, a Deutsch National, a German national, heads the office of the High Representative, which oversees the 1995 Dayton Peace Agreement that ended the Bosnian War. Dodik has long accused Schmidt of overreach and infringing on Republika Srpska's autonomy. In February, a Sarajevo court ruled he acted illegally by signing laws that made Schmidt's decrees non-binding in the region. So Schmidt writes decrees, baby doll. Dodik rejected the verdict, claiming Western powers were behind it. No shit. But his appeal was rejected by a Bosnian court last week. Remember when the Americans sent a few planes over Bosnia? Yeah, that's what they did. They sent a few planes, bombers, nuclear bombers, over Bosnia to tell the Bosnians, we are your boss, and if you don't listen to us, we're gonna f*** you up. This is American-style democracy. Now, if democracy would be the natural form of free human beings, free-thinking human beings, then you don't have to depend. You have to defend it. You have to allow people to think freely. But if people think too freely, they might realize that the American-style democracy is actually a matrix where we have an oligarchy over there and we are their hamsters running on their little fucking spinning wheel all the time. And our children told that's the next employee. When we die, they take over. This is it, my friends. We are modern slaves. And we are supposed to be happy consumers. Amazon again. What am I gonna do? That's what these guys want to turn us in. Machines consume. All right. So follows the laws. Traparapa. Moscow does not recognize Schmidt's authority. So Moscow does not recognize Schmidt's authority without UN Security Council approval. That's correct. You should not. So it's imposed by other people. I wonder who. Has condemned Dodik's conviction. Russian Foreign Minister spokeswoman Maria Zakharova on Tuesday called it absurd, unjust, and anti-democratic, describing the case as fabricated to remove an undesirable leader who consistently opposes Western neocolonialism. She labeled Schmidt a useful idiot, unfortunately he has power, of the West, which, and I'm quoting, stubbornly continues to consider Bosnia and Herzegovina their protectorate. That's what it is. Now, how do you think Schmidt's family looks at Mr. Schmidt or whatever? How do you think? They're going to have probably a big painting with him, Mr. Schmidt over there. Yeah, he was an important person. Yeah, our daddy, yeah, the granddaddy, yeah, the great-granddaddy. Without knowing this, without knowing he was the tool that probably created a lot of injustice in a foreign country. But hey, He was the administrator of Bosnia-Herzegovina, motherfuckers. All right, let's go to the last article here. Balkan state moves to oust local Serb leader. The authorities in Bosnia-Herzegovina has reportedly pop. So, this is the democracy in the West. You say what we want you to say, what we want to push these Europeans into what direction, and you are our boy. Once you are thinking freer than we allow you to, then we're gonna ban you. Is this the world we want to live in? Even if you disagree with Mr. Dodik, even if you disagree with his policies, even if he committed a crime, he should be punished. But why don't we start, let's say, with Bill Clinton, with the bombardment of Yugoslavia? Illegal. So then, why don't we start with that? That's why, don't give me two wrongs don't make a right. Let my father give him a little pass for his rape, but get your father in prison for his rape. And if you want to don't make two wrongs a right. Doesn't work that way. Let's go chronologically. Let's go to the baby doll who are still alive. Mr. Clinton, Sir Tony Blair, George W. Bush, Mr. Obama, Miss Hillary Clinton, Mr. what's his name, Biden, and we can include the last one in there as well. Wait, why don't we start with these guys? They're still alive. You ask me to be just with Dodik when these guys, remember, allegedly Stalin, the Georgian, not the Russian, the Georgian, a communist tyrant who made the Soviet Union and then Russia have atomic bombs and tried to industrialize Russia. So he did certain, Soviet Union, certain things good, but anyway, they took care of him. You know who they are? Yeah, a little mini stroke with a medic. And nevertheless, so Stalin said this: you kill a person, you're a criminal. You kill a million, it's a matter of statistics. So Dodik probably killed one person, you know what I mean, metaphorically. Killed one person, oy vey, shit, goddamn. But the other guys destroyed countries. Yugoslavia, Iraq, Afghanistan, Libya, Syria, now they want Iran and Ukraine, and they are just great leaders. Arrest my case. Don't arrest me! They can't. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.